generally speaking, socially speaking, there's this topic that we have all been avoiding here. Though it's very, very important, and I've had similar, or let's not say similar, I've had case studies. I've met people that battle this shit in school, at home, teenagers within the age of 16, 18, okay, 18 no longer a teenager and adults, but still, most people in that range of age are still in school, university per se, and then they're always like, my mental health, I'm going through a lot. This lecturer no send my mental health. My mama no send my mental health. My papa doesn't even give a fuck. And we will just laugh it off like it's a meme or a joke we see on Twitter and repost. But there's really more important things to talk about on this topic called mental health. And I believe you all sitting right here will agree with me. Yeah? Because 2 days ago, one of my guy, shit. Well, generally. So today I have an interesting co-host. Like I know you've seen him before. He's like the man of the people here. We call him Honorable J.
I'm the co-host for today.
You see, this is what I do. Don't stop me in between my tracks. Yes, you understand? So where was I? Honorable J. Like he's aspiring to be the speaker, House of Help. House of Assembly, national state. Well, you guys all get the point. So my co-host today is Honorable J, and we are calling a man from behind the scenes to front of the cameras today. Our esteemed leader, our director-in-chief, editor-in-chief, Pluto Presido, Solomon. So we are inviting Solomon on the stage today.
Hi, everyone.
And also the female amongst men.
Damn.
Oh damn! It's not easy to be seated with men. You have to wash your hands well to sit with elders. She don't wash hand, wash leg. I mean, so that is gift over there. And I remain Eric Obisike, your familiar host. So for today's topic, we're going to be talking about mental health, and I'm going to ask around for different opinion on this very topic, but based on my study, based on my research, I'd say this topic is crucial to start with. I've seen people break down halfway through school, once they just enter school, probably when they're at the end. I went to a boarding school for 6 years. My secondary school, I was far from home. This one will be Spider-Man Homecoming or anything. But, bruh, I was far from home, and trust me, at the end of it all, SS3 second term, but that's when you start preparing for the exams and stuff. I had this breakdown. I was like, am I going to blow everything up? Like, I was a prefect, and we all know this prefect grading system. You're expected to be the best amongst your mates. I had junior students that would come and say, Senior Eric, what did you get on your JAMB? How was WAEC? Is it easy? Is it hard? So imagine inside these people that are going to ask me now, we look up to Eric. So if Eric pass on, I go pass on. But if Eric fail, I don't get hope now. You get? So these are the things I was considering as if I'm a student then in secondary school or undergraduate.
Graduate.
This guy gets his honorable J. So you get, and you weighed me down. I ran to God first. Like, I've never been more spiritual in my life.
Then your secondary school. That was a turning point.
That was literally a turning point. I joined prayer band. My brother, it was not easy.
Wow.
Imagine praying when everyone is, and
at that tender age, you had this trauma.
At that tender age, I was scared. Do you know how old I am? Don't say that. don't say that. So at that very tender age, I was like, God, is this how it's going to be? And I was seriously praying for jam, not to jam me.
Honestly, jam is a deal.
My brother,
if
jam,
second, why I can jam? They're like the first.
If jam you, if jam you,
You did have 1 year now.
You will remember career day and you will regret wearing lab coat.
That engineer's cap.
I want to be a doctor.
You will regret, but I'm going to start with Gift. Gift, what do you think? Or no, let's just go around the table. Solomon, what do you think?
About
What do you
mental
think
health.
on mental health? Its advantages, disadvantages, what it entails.
Okay, I think speaking mental health, first you want to understand what, you use the word mental, I mean like kind of it's the psychological state of an individual up there, how the person is able to deal it.
Yeah.
And people randomly say that a mad person doesn't know he or she is mad. The same thing goes for mental health. Most people going through mental health challenges don't even know they're going through it.
Yeah.
They have gone through it and they find a system to normalize it and somehow create a defense system and they feel like they are comfortable since they have found a way to pass through those traumas and they feel like that is okay, but it's not okay because the very day the trigger comes, you find yourself having that sober reflection, find yourself going through those attacks. So I think mental health, if you ask me, it's all about a psychological state of an individual. That is psychological well-being of an individual, yeah. And it comes with its triggers, which is customized to an individual. What triggers it doesn't trigger me, understand? Yeah. And how you deal with your mental health is not the same way I will deal with my mental health. I feel like it's unique to individuals per se, and it has phases. I think it's quantitative, if you ask me. Like it's measurable and it grows. Understand? Yeah. It's something you can literally sit down, analyze, figure out, and grow with it. If you just ask me, I think this is the brief I can just give you.
I see potential, right? we'll come back to this.
What do you have on mental health?
I feel like mental health is something that everybody goes through. It doesn't matter your age, it doesn't have an age limit. Everybody goes through one mental health, one way or the other. And what you're experiencing as your mental health is not what I'm experiencing. Me, I might be thinking of my family, I might be thinking of my friends, I might be thinking of school, I might be thinking of church. Everybody goes through different things. So I just feel like, in a way, as we're discussing this thing, we should not just like limit our ideas, we should not limit like our knowledge, we should just use this as an opportunity to just broaden our thoughts and expand what we know.
Speaking of limiting, I want to like put it out there that whatever we're saying is just based on our individual perspective. It's not like it's the final or conclusive. There's a whole lot of lessons at your mental health people can get.
So, Honorable J.
So, going back to your points where you said people do not know their needs.
Yeah.
That's my only problem with mental health here. The thing is, many people of nowadays, this generation that we're in now, people take it as plea. Like, everybody uses mental health as an excuse for either bad behaviors or all this kind of thing.
For being lazy.
You said people do not know when they are in it. They just create that environment and they feel it is normal. But here now, in this current world, you see people play with it and say, oh, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. People who go through it feel it is normal. So they do not tell you I am depressed. They do not tell you I have anxiety. They do not tell you I'm scared of this. They do not tell you I'm going through this. They just see it as normal. We said they've already created that situation. So now, with that particular stuff going on currently, where people take mental health as a joke, would you really consider mental health as a serious, how would I put it? Would you really consider mental health now as something that is very much rampant still, with the rate at which people play with it?
Okay. Let me answer your question directly. Yes. I think it's very important. Mental health is not something, with the way people play with it, with the way people play with it is something, they're getting it wrong. It's ignorance. Ignorance of something is not an excuse. You say something like ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Because you're ignorant of your mental health is not an excuse that you're not going through it. It's there.
It's there, life.
Now, you don't have proper understanding. Okay, let me just make some quick reference to our country, Nigeria, and the recent events that have happened so far. We had this cashless period, we had the NSAS, we had the APSU strike, and all of those things. You find out all these events happened, the COVID-19. All these events happen simultaneously, and everybody is comfortable going back to their. That is not how it should have been. A system should have been created to evaluate individuals, especially after the cashless period, my dear. It's really like when we're in school here, you don't even know what is happening. I'm telling you, when we're in school here, you don't know what is happening. Because the day we were meant to travel down to Abakaliki, so we were meant to follow the public transport. We went to the park, and I was like, okay, even started from the bike man that took us to the park. So I was like, we'll transfer to you now, because no, everything we do is transfer or card. So I was like, the man was like, he does not need transfer. Okay, we have to transfer. If the ride was like 1,000 naira, we're going to transfer him like 1,005.
Yeah.
1,005 was what the man. I was like, why would you say that he has to withdraw the money and he's going to be paying? I was like, what is happening? So I told him, okay, we have cash, but it was old currency. He said, if we give him the old currency, we'll be giving him 2,000 naira. Like, you can imagine all these things happening.
At that point in time, it was really bad.
I'm
I
telling
think
you,
people experienced it. That's when we were going home. Cashless policy was still there.
Let's leave home. Did you ever put yourself in your mother's shoe? Cashless policy.
I'm telling you, our parents themselves,
How did you buy pepper?
They have grown in a situation whereby in a system where it does not have any priority for your mental health. So everybody just get to keep struggling, and believe that things just have to be that tussle, Is it that flight or fight? Nothing more, nothing less. No resting.
Will be all right.
Win or die, lose or win, whatever. Just
Nobody
just
wants
survive or
to
perish.
exactly. Nobody wants to sit and evaluate themselves. And the very few people who have information of mental health are taking on serious. Like you're not saying that they are lazy or something. It's not necessary. You cannot just address it as lazy. That I've taken time to evaluate my mental health, to check myself out, to know that right now I need to sit down and rest. Right now I need to breathe in and breathe out. It's not me being lazy. It's not me being on serious. I am prioritizing my mental health. The very same way you want to eat. African man prefer to eat, and eat. If you can pay attention to our mental health, you will pay attention to eating. Yes, I want to use that eating because I think everybody eats. You will see that will not.
That's not nice. Carry on.
No. Talk to me personally.
No, but honestly speaking, you don't address someone who pays attention to their mental health as being lazy. It's a good thing and should be advised in our world right now. The Gen Z, we see it. Yeah. Everyone should know that they should pay attention to their mental health. That's what I just want to put out there. And anybody paying attention to their mental health is not an excuse. You might see it because, okay, just like someone tell you, I'm having pain in my leg right now. Because you're not seeing any injury or you're not seeing anything actually, does not mean that pain is not there. The pain is there. I'm the one feeling the pain, and I'm telling you I'm feeling the pain. Because you cannot I'm feeling something that is making me to complain. So either you have to, if you cannot redress the problem, allow me to deal with it. Yeah. Don't just, don't make me feel uncomfortable, feel bad for the pain I'm feeling already. Yeah.
That's good. So Gibbs, what do you have to say on my question where I said people who play with it, do you still consider to be, do you want to still take it seriously? Because majority of the people now play with it a lot.
Like I said in the beginning, obviously, people have their different ways of dealing with their own trauma and everything. There's some people that actually, I've seen people that their mental health is okay. They can balance everything in their life. They're not going through much. Maybe they will, or maybe they have, but for now they have stabilized it.
The mental health is okay.
Their mental health is okay. I've seen people that are like, I don't know, maybe they're hiding it, or maybe they're good, but with the eyes God gave me.
No, the thing is, mental health is just about, okay, it's not always going to be in your whole lifetime, it's in phases. So you might pass this stage. Like you might just help yourself and then you get through it. People get through depression, anxiety and everything. So maybe after they've gotten through it, they're okay, free, set from the boundary and everything. So it's very much possible for people to live this in.
And just as Solomon said, some people don't actually know they are in it. You get some people don't know that they are suffering from this and this. When I entered SSG and I was having this, I thought I was just scared. So I thought I just felt I'm not too good for this. In short, my whole thesis is useless. I was distracted in class. I didn't even listen. Imagine me going to class and I'm not listening. I'm supposed to listen. So, like I said in the beginning, I ran to church. Church was not working because no. You talk to God, but then there's this thing they call spiritual connection with God. You talk to God, God talks to you. But me, like that time I believe God. So God will do shakara for me, but as a merciful God that He is, we came close, and we are still trying to maintain that. I'm still trying to maintain that relationship. God always is there for us. You understand me? And then I had to call my mom, and I put her on call. I was like, hello, and I'm not normally the type that calls my mom. I don't like disturbing her or stuff like that. So when she's not hearing from me, it's like, Mom, how are you? I said, I'm fine. She now said, are you sure? I said, no. She now said, if I am coming from work, I will branch to your school. I saw my mother. Her intention was to breathe in and breathe out. You get? But when she saw me, she asked me, did you sleep last night? And I was like, I don't even know, said. And then I needed that hug. You get? I needed that hug. I stood there. To be very honest with you, if not, like, we're outside. Tears literally went down from like I was really going through a lot. And then my mom was at that point, she didn't come and say, you know you're writing where I paid your school fees, I paid 86,000 naira to register this, I paid you have jam next week or next month, you have jam the next month, and after that she told me what is going on. And I said, Mommy, I'm tired, I'm reading, it's not entering, I don't know. And she was like, I didn't give birth to a dumb child. None of my children are dumb. You have to know that you can do this. You get? She told me, you can do this. Like, she literally brought me back to my senses. She brought me back to primary school when third position was cry. You get? When I will come back from school and I will not remove my clothes, but I want to do my assignments first. You get? She brought back when I was eager to learn. And she said, I know you. That's why I put you in here, and I know you can handle it. And she was like, any other thing? I said, money has finished now. No one. Money has finished.
For depression.
She settled me, and guess what? I went back to the hostel. I sat on my bed. That night, I slept. I woke up the next day. I went for the 6 a.m. class I used to do. After the 6 a.m. class, I entered the normal class. After that day, I draft my timetable. Okay. Bruh, I'm in the university here.
Now, do you get, speaking about that mental health,
one action.
Need a support system.
That's one action. Brought me back to my senses. Gave me the feeling that, you are better than this. You can do this. The way I was just bouncing inside jam was like,
exactly.
Who jam help?
Who jam help?
You get? And I wrote jam, and I mean jam save. Jam no get my jam me.
I want to make reference to something he said about God and mental health. I, for one, would literally tell you this, that the God factor is really a big help. It's a big help, because I've literally been in a situation whereby there is literally nobody to talk to. I don't know. There are some people who don't have anybody to talk to. It's not that there's nobody there. There's nobody you feel secure enough to talk to.
People around you.
Yes, we have this thing around us. We young people. The things that's going on in your life right now is something you feel like, I can't talk to my mom about it because they don't get to understand. I can't talk to my dad because he don't understand. Like, there's nobody at all. The only person you find yourself is like, I find myself just with the Holy Spirit. I just like, this is me. This is what is going on. I don't know. I'm crying. If you are somewhere listening, you feel like, who am I talking to? Am I getting mad? Like, am I losing it? I'm not. I'm losing it. Let me know. I'm not losing it. I'm losing it. I'm literally losing it. I needed help that moment, and I'm lashing out to the very thing I know that I can rely on. And somehow, somewhere, maybe a song will come to mind. I play this song. Along the lyrics of the song, I get inspiration. I draw it. And I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Or somehow you get a scripture to go back to. You remember this scripture telling you that when others say there's a casting, just something to keep you back on track. Mental health is really, it's serious, and it's happening even now. Now, I think mental health is, if there's anything they should give attention to it, is now.
But you know the thing, Eric said his mom didn't do, you must pass, all this kind of stuff. And you say something about talking to your parents and they might not understand. You know the thing is, you really cannot blame them. We now, we are more exposed. We now see that mental health is actually a thing. And then we can relate to it. Them, our parents now, almost all of them are probably old enough to see Babangida's time, Abacha's time, Civil War. Nobody.
Biafra War. There was no system
for them. So they just lived straight. They just kept on going. I'm not even sure if they had the mind to say, okay, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. They just lived with it as everybody faces something in life.
Most of them,
as they see their children now feeling this way, the best way they feel they can handle this is how they handle it. They've not seen the proper orientation to be like, okay, this is what you're supposed to do, these things happen. Nobody, they do not have the time for that. As they are currently now is how to make more money for their children to be comfortable, roof over their heads. Exactly. So you really cannot blame them. The problem is just there was no proper orientation from the past. And then another thing is that now that this generation, we are, let's say, the most free.
Yeah.
We are the most free generation.
Actually.
We are always clamoring for freedom. But at the same time, we are always having this. We are the most depressed generation, or the generation suffering from mental health issues the most. So my question now is, what is the problem exactly if we are doing what makes us happy? Because everybody uses the statement, do what makes you happy, or, oh, I'm doing what makes me happy.
Have a safe place.
What exactly is now the problem if we are doing what is supposed to help us, but yet many of us are having, a lot of us are going down the drain. So, gifts, what do you have to say? What is the problem exactly?
What do you think draws people closer to that mental state where they are they break down?
They break it down when they are supposed to be happy.
That's the thing. It depends on the person, and it's all about the factors that associate that. Like how would I put it? Like okay, like me now. When I was going through my gap year, I think that was 2022, 2021. No, 2022. Sorry, I graduated 2021. So around that 2022, I didn't do well in JAMB. I didn't do enough to get
Admission,
yeah. So I was not being put much pressure by my parents. They were just like, oh, Amy, you can do it and everything. And I was like, okay, no problem. But it reached one stage in my life where I was just like, can I really
Do it.
Because I was doing what I wanted. Yes, my JAMB score could get me a course, any other course I wanted to do, any other medical course I wanted to do. But I really, really wanted to do the course I'm doing now, optometry. I really, really wanted to do it. So I was actively pursuing it. I don't know, I was just in a bad place. I was not talking to anyone. Social media, I cut everybody off. Even my parents were seeing me. I was doing so many horrible things to myself. I wasn't eating. I was very skinny. If you see me now, back then I was flat and I was very, very skinny. So I felt like this was meant to make me happy. So why am I not happy? And I didn't get it. Like you said, I went to God. It's as if OG wasn't really communicating with me.
It happens to
So
everybody.
I was just like, where am I meant to go to? What am I meant to do? I say I cried almost every single night. But now I'm happy.
That's it.
The journey to happiness is a very strong and painful one. And it damages people mentally.
Yeah.
But eventually,
Getting happiness.
we'll get there.
And
It doesn't come quickly, but we'll get there. That's what many people just want to rush their lives so quickly. And they're like, oh, as I'm experiencing it now, it's not get better for me. But it's real. We just have to wait and be patient. That's in our generation lack. Patience.
And speaking on that rushing, a lot of us want to leave childhood to adulthood. And when that gets over to adulthood, we start
Want to go
wanting
back.
going back to childhood.
Yeah.
The main
one-
problem is we do not know what we want.
and like the question you asked, I think with the luxury we have, the freedom we have, the problem we have is insecurities.
Insecure. You can still put insecurity under mental health.
one time,
Yeah, if you're asking why we have the freedom and many people are still depressed, a lot of people are insecure. She said her parents did not even give her anything less than being supportive. But somehow in
But
her, she
somehow,
still have that
somewhere.
unrest. Do you
It
understand?
happens. I experienced that too.
Insecurities. These are insecurities. When you're just unsure. Meanwhile, everything is out there on a plain sight that there is a process you need to follow. There's a time you have to do. Just do it. If you can just find peace and do it.
Fair enough. That's
I'm telling you, a whole lot of people are insecure and they tell you that some people excuse will be like, I'm finding myself.
Yeah, I'm finding myself.
You see that thing?
So secure.
I'm telling you, over here in this part of the world, like in Africa here, we don't really have some of this finding myself discussion going on. You go back to somewhere like the Western world, you find out finding myself word going around where you can see a Dufuhs. Let me not go on to such
Let's
discussion.
leave that.
Let's
No,
leave
no,
that.
if I decide to find myself, I leave school 2 semesters, and by the time I find myself,
Trust
my
me.
papa for don't disown me.
and you will
Life.
regret it.
You will regret
Please,
it.
do what makes you happy and all. We are still, let's just use kids and youths. We still need proper grooming.
Proper
to be happy.
grooming.
We need
Yeah.
to just restrict us to some aspects. But this that now we children or youth do not understand it. That we need proper guidance. We need people that will restrict us. It's not everything we know.
Yeah.
They've lived more life than us. People say life is full of problems. Keep on going as you get older, more problems. So them now they face a lot of problems. We were just the upcoming. So when they tell us something, we're supposed to listen and all. But the fact that we do not listen now creates that problem where we say, okay, we want to be free. and then from being free now.
Insecurities.
Exactly.
I sat down one day in class and I was almost in tears. I was like, how did our parents do medical school? I asked the question. I sat down and I was thinking, and I told myself that there is no difference. It's not different from what I'm facing right now.
Okay.
Only that sometimes when we want to tell our success story, we magnify the effort, leaving the part where we made some slacking mistakes, wasting some time.
Yeah.
They will not want to tell you the beginning part. You understand? Some people will want to tell you, they will not give you in details. So when you now come experiencing it yourself, you'll be like, what I heard is not what I'm seeing. It's the same thing you are experiencing. The experience is nothing different. Just do your time.
And I think some people are just looking at, we are just, let me not say some people, right now we are revolving around this after school shit, before school shit, and then it's putting you down. Let's leave school out of this.
Focus on it now.
I'm inside school, but I'm going to talk on another whole different topic. Okay. Inside school, during that moment that I was doubting myself, these were the times I needed people I call my friends for like the past 6 years. And imagine me having trust issues with my friends at that moment. Why? There was literally no one else to run to.
No, that's what I thought about, that insecurity.
So your friends are not helping, and your parents
are not helping. You are saying your friends are not helping.
You believe that your friends
I believe
are not helping.
that my friends are not helping.
Yeah.
Because with what I am seeing, literally they can't. In my own thought and with everything, it's not like they didn't ask me, Eric, what is wrong with you? We have been down for a while, and this kind of thing. But I maybe as girls will do it, but the first talk no, but in a years they won't talk.
So that's what you do.
No.
That's what you do.
No, stop it now. Stop that. I'm trying to make a point here. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can just say, yeah, I'm fine, and I was expecting you to like Solomon will not tell me, Eric, really talk to me. I've been noticing things that I needed a little push to open up.
Yes,
and then after I just said I'm fine, now be like, oh yeah, now my guy go be they go play ball.
You did not pay attention to how they
And maybe at that moment I was like, oh, finally someone wants to talk. And I'm like prepping myself. I don't know where to start. I don't know whether he will laugh at me or be like, they do like I hate that talk.
No,
I hate that when I'm trying to make a point and tell me they talk like human.
No, guys and ladies, they have their own way of dealing with shit. Like now, maybe this guy goes through a lot. Maybe this guy is facing something in his life now. Mm-hmm. The way his guys will help him is different from the way sympathize with him. Exactly, it's different from the way girls will sympathize with themselves. Mm-hmm. They show more affection.
Yeah.
Me now, for instance, I've had situations where my guys probably are going through this thing now, and guys will just like laugh at me or be like they'll try to cheer me up in jokes and everything. They might even joke with it, but then every day they'll call, check up. Every day they will just come to me, talk to me, and those kind of things. They are always there, no matter what. They're already making plans. Okay, what's he going to do tomorrow? What's kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they always want to make the place joyful. Yeah. Even on Twitter, you see stories where guys like, okay, they lost their dad or their mom, and then the guy like, oh, look at this guy, you don't use that for rituals. But then at that same point in time, they were always there. They'll be with you throughout.
Imagine me dying and my guy is like, Eric, if you die, now that beans and plantain your mama they cook will chop for burial.
But they will still be with you throughout. It's not like
there's something that came to mind when you were talking about the friend, and we asked them, is it that the friend cannot or you just could not trust them? When dealing with mental health, people have to talking about this mental health something. We human beings have a tendency of always giving love, but we find it hard to receive love. We don't know how to receive. It's very easy for one to give. They're always there for your friends. But when it gets your turn for them to be there for you, you automatically assume they cannot carry it, they cannot do it. So I think this is something we need to talk about, putting it out there. We need to always know that once the person is a friend, you can call this person a friend. The person is up to the task to give you love.
This thing called friendship.
Yes. You just have to be able to. Don't wait for a time to. This is the right time to speak out. My dear, you're having an issue. Speak out.
Okay. So let's go around this again. ways to deal with this shit. Me, I said the way I dealt with it was first, God. You know, we Nigerians, we have this mentality. Once things go south, oh, chim.
Forgetting that our wisdoms behind were meant to use to navigate all these things.
And once this thing, when things go south with us Nigerians, be like, oh my God, God, please, God, I beg. And I literally heard that. Recently, I heard, God, I beg is now rude. We have to come like, God, please. And then we beg God with the last thing we have.
And the motive is just fear.
And the motive is just fear.
The motive is fear, which is wrong.
Another means to go around this mental health thing, to deal with it, is your parents, if they are understanding. Yeah, and I want to make a big shout out to people out there that went through this stuff alone. I literally can, I understand what you went through. Having no one to talk to, and then you pulled yourself out of that shit. Personally, you told yourself that, I can do it. It takes courage for someone. You can be in the bedroom looking at the mirror and be like, I will talk to this boy, I'll talk to this boy. You see the boy. You off. You see the person, you are gone. It takes courage to like, okay, pick yourself up, clean the dirt off your body and come out with your chest high and put on your glasses and be like.
Someone said most people don't look like the trouble they are going through.
Exactly. So I think these are the ways I implore to deal with my mental health shit. I don't know if you have another way we deal with these things.
Well, I myself dealing with my mental health most times. I'll just make it brief. I normally go into the place of prayer. Yeah. I know that you guys say God thing all for you, but literally always walk from
God factors.
Yeah, it always walk. I always just go, pray it out and come out strong.
His own works for him because initially, to talk to God, if I understand this God-human relationship thing, God wants you to come close. Yeah, he's there for you always. Yeah. He's always there for you. But you can't just come today and you expect a sign. We're not in the days of Old Testament here. When you go up to the mountain and Elisha will rain fire. Do you get? No. I'm not blaspheming.
Let's not go into the conversation.
I'm not blaspheming. Get me. I'm saying then why I said, it was as if my man been the do shakara for me. It was I needed him that moment. I was not ready to wait.
But eventually he was talking, but you were not listening.
Yeah, that might be another factor.
When you came with fear, worry, anxiety. Yeah. You have a whole lot of things going on in your head. Yeah. You're not even concentrating on what you are saying at that moment.
Okay. I think we have beat every corner of this discussion. If you do not feel comfortable with what we're saying, please, I would love you to drop your own opinion. I need anonymous stories on this. Something we can publish. This needs to be published as an article. Case study on mental health of students. I know there's already a case study on that because we're taught mental health in Yamani, if I remember vividly, in contemporary health issues. Yeah. And then we need more up-to-date case studies. That might have been published 2013, 10, and it's outdated. It was probably when
a lot of things happened 2019, 2020,
COVID-19,
22, 23.
I don't even need to go back to
this
when
24 goodie
if we come now, please, I'm asking our viewers, I'm asking our subscribers, listeners to please, if you are comfortable enough, you can drop similar stories. Yeah, you have to. If you want to come anonymously, please do. If you want to make case study, of a person that knows this person that went through this, we accept all this. We're calling out to you to help us publish this article to create awareness on mental health.
And I think the school should create a system for mental health evaluation in school
just
for students.
I think in secondary school we had guidance and counseling.
We don't have guidance,
but they didn't actually work. Guidance and counseling work where they were supposed to be there for us. You get when you are having this thing, you go and you have a person allocated to your class, and you talk about it with you. So we need that system, even up to university level. You get and also. This is not a topic that we will talk.
It's not 30 minutes.
Exactly.
In 30 minutes, but because of time. And I promise you guys, we'll come back to this topic with more hot gist, different guests, same host. Don't worry, you won't miss me too much. And all of that. But for today, we have come to the very end of this episode. Please, I would love you to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and share, please. Very, very important. Share. And I appreciate gifts. for showing us her beautiful face once again. Women amongst men. Solomon, now you see what it means to be in front of the camera. I wouldn't say much. I wouldn't say much, but I appreciate your time. I mean, it's not easy being in front of the camera. Normal Honorable Gina, my guy Pablo right here. After this event, is going to take us to somewhere and we'll have one or two.
Food and drinks for everyone.
And I remain your host, OVCK Eric. Thank you. Peace.